All right, this is what I do. That's why I have my own shit. All right, it's how I get down. All right, so that's all. Just give me back to my will. That's all. With my narcotics and my shit, man. You know, that's all. It's a lot of shit with them. Yes. That's all, man. Listen, it's another fucking episode, man. I know we like 24, 25, season 2. It's the motherfucking Balls podcast, that is. You hear me? Let me repeat that. The Balls podcast, that is.
Tell them.
You know what I'm saying? Sleeves over here. The good brother Ty right here. And the man that makes it happen in the back. Militant Mustafa. He don't like that militant shit. I just like saying it in front of it.
My new name is Byron.
Byron.
You remember that from last week?
You know what I'm saying?
What? Byron, yeah.
Byron, the militant one.
You said I wouldn't be considered militant if my name was
Byron. All right?
No,
so that's all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we back. Appreciate y'all.
That's just
we at it again.
A microcosm of the dumb shit I say on a daily basis that people come. Remember you said no.
I don't remember that, but shit, it goes. Hey, you helped me out
because last week's episode,
because you let me know things that I haven't done that I did, and I don't even remember. You know. Like slapping cats in the back of their head caused them hell in high school. I don't recall that. Who was that guy? I wasn't a bully.
Yeah, well, you say
know,
that. Yeah,
you know, I never had that in me.
Slap him in the back of his head just because you saw him and you thought, oh, he like it.
Maybe
what the hell?
A bully moment.
Yeah, it might have been. I came from Roosevelt. It was a lot of that going on there.
7 to 10 times in my recollection. So a bully moment, my ass. Yeah, no, that's a trend.
It's habitual.
That's a trend. Yeah, he's a habitual head. So I would have did that shit.
Slap.
I don't know who that guy was. He's retired.
Yeah.
You know, that was like 16.
So the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Crazy thing. As we were wrapping up last week's episode 2 weeks ago, everybody's phone started blowing up.
Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear about Kobe? It's Kobe, like as soon as we were done, we were wrapping up, one of my coworkers texted me. He didn't tell me, he asked me because he knows, you know, I'm a sports fan, I'm usually in the know. He's like, did Kobe die? And, you know, we were doing our show, so we were all in the mix of our thing, so I had no recollection of this. And then I immediately just started searching on things and found it on TMZ, and it looked like, oh my God, this might be for real. And it was the only outlet reporting it at that time, so, you know, we were kind of like, well, maybe it's a hoax, maybe they don't have all the facts, maybe some other shit happened. And I'll be damned if it didn't show out to be true, man. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Tragedy. Him, his daughter.
Yeah, now what, 7 other passengers?
Yeah,
well, 7 other people, including the pilot.
The daughter.
Yeah.
For the 9, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that Philadelphia expected it to hit him like that. Like, on a whole, like, just about everybody I talked to was like, you know, obviously it's a tragedy, you know, guy, and
because, I mean, was he a
child and all that type of stuff, but...
He's 41. Was he?
Yes.
41? Right?
It's our peer, man. Like, that's, like, you know, I didn't know him personally, but I knew Kobe. You feel me? Like, he grew up with us. Like, same era, same thing. Me being a basketball player, watching him play ball, Lower Marion, you know what I'm saying? Playing against Roman Catholic, like, seeing this phenom... Right. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember there was like a Delaware Valley high school sports show?
Yes.
To have like, I see he used to be on it like every weekend.
Yes, dog. Because that would be the top high school players, and
like him and
Donnie Carr, exactly. Then later on, like other cats, but yeah, like around that era was them two.
That specific year.
They was going at it, dog. Like, and then you know he went to the prom with Brandy. That was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? That's around the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, dog.
He had the star shining on him.
Exactly,
in high school. You already knew he was going to be set up for success, and he didn't take that for granted. You know, it's not as if he didn't work on his craft. Like you said, he tried to have the mentality that he was 12th man on the bench in terms of his practice habits and things like that, and it showed on the court, man. You know, 5-time champion, 3rd all-time leading scorer, MVP, All-Star MVP, 18-time All-Star, like
12-time All-NBA defensive team.
Right.
You understand?
Super duper star.
That's all facets. Like, he's one of the few people that can go down in history on the basketball level that I could say his game was flawless. Yeah. Flawless victory. You want to argue that? Come argue that shit with me. It's no wins in that. Offensively, what were you doing? It was nothing you could take away from Bean. Every aspect. The man spent 4 summers working out with Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. You understand? That's how much of a student of the game he was, man. You know what I'm saying? And then from there became an ambassador. You know what I'm saying? In his latter years, on passing it off to the next generation of ballers and looking out for them, and not just young ballers coming up, but like kids, everybody, just becoming the beautiful thing in this crazy tragedy is that you can tell when somebody is like at peace and happy with themselves where they at in their life. And I think like after he got that injury, and like that really humbled him, that last injury where he tore his ACL, he did the documentary and everything about it, like something went off with him. He cut off just that, because he just was a robot. Ball. Get out my way. Yeah. Like, it just would be like that. He wasn't really...
Humanized him.
Yeah, exactly, dog. And, like, it just opened him up more, and then he started seeing the tunnel. Like, seeing that, oh, yo, you know what? I can't do this forever. Yeah. And I got to start preparing for this. And what's important? Of course, his family. Like, his wife and his daughters, that was everything to him, dog. And then just to see him, you know, with his daughter, Gigi, her growing in, like, him telling everybody, like, yo, she the next.
Right.
And like you could see it in her, like, you know what I mean? And it just is a beautiful thing, man. It
Legacy.
just, yeah, dog.
Legacy.
It sucks.
Legacy.
You know what I mean? That's how you're supposed to remember it. Like, you, as people, we all fall short in our lives and have different things that we go through, but it's about how you bounce back from it. So, with that being said, you know, how do we dare in a time that we're mourning, you know, somebody that was just, you know, a great basketball player, but even it looks like a better even person and family man. Like, they got a hashtag now, girl dad. You're one of them, you know? You are one, you know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. You get what I'm saying? Because of this man. So how do we go from that? Because you see how the Podcastbols coming in this about Kobe. We love Kobe.
Everybody doesn't view the same way, though.
Listen, this is the most honest shit I can say to you. When he was playing, I couldn't stand Kobe ass because he was like Michael Jordan to me, because he was always putting my team. I was a Sixers fan. This is what it is. So he would be busting our ass, and I couldn't stand it. All right. So it just was what it was. But as a basketball, but as a basketball fan and player, I loved him. I just wanted that attitude and that thing in all our players that we had. That fucking dog that he didn't care. So, you know, that's just all. That's what I had to say about Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
You're setting up the perfect segue. Let's give a shout out to Lisa Leslie.
That's all.
Big shout out to Lisa Leslie.
You know what I'm saying?
You probably seen the Gayle King interview now.
It's everywhere.
We're talking about legacies and things of that nature.
Exactly.
And she wants to know if the whole rape allegations surrounding Kobe Bryant would tarnish his legacy. It's like
04, 05 that happened. Now,
first off, I mean, like, when the man just died, there's really no need to even bring that up
at all.
Lisa Leslie held it down.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know, she basically had nothing but good things to say about Kobe Bryant.
Exactly.
She never said, she said he never did anything questionable or anything like that in her presence, or, you know, things of that nature.
Yeah.
He wasn't that thirsty dude at the club.
No, not that maybe. And he definitely wasn't a guy who, I think Lisa Leslie said, was out there like disrespecting women. And
exactly.
Right. So yeah, no doubt. So my thing is that why would you want to try to tarnish this man's legacy at this point right now, based on some allegations? Because the case never went to court, never went to trial.
Dismissed.
It was dismissed, right? I think they made some kind of a arrangement out of court. I don't know if there was like a settlement or something like that.
Damn well there was a settlement.
You know, settlement doesn't always mean that you're guilty.
Sometimes go away. Go away
with
that bullshit. Exactly.
Right?
Go away with that petty bullshit, all right?
And now, and like you said, Terry, this is what, 2004 or something like that?
It's like 2004, 2005, right? Yeah.
When this whole thing.
It's around the time, right after they broke up. Yeah, it's around 04, 05, man, around that era.
And it's like people will bring up the fact that he had this rape charge against him, this allegation. But they seem to forget that the alleged victim, right? Mm-hmm. Her lawyers didn't want it to go to trial, right? Because the woman had what, like 8 other men's semen samples found in her underwear at the time. So I'm not saying that she's not I'm not saying that she can't have.
That shit was
8 other
dismissed,
men.
man. It don't matter, dog. It was dismissed.
I'm not saying, because it's 2020, I'm not saying that a woman can't have 8 other men's or 20 other men's semen samples in her underwear, because that's her right.
Filthy
That's her
bitch.
prerogative.
Wow.
You know, that's
Correct.
she's free. She can make her own decisions.
Do
She
what you like.
You know what I
live
mean?
the way that she wants to live. But what I'm saying is that in our society, I'm pretty sure her lawyers thought, I don't think people are going to find you credible
Right.
if they come to find out that along with Kobe Bryant, there were multiple other men's semen samples in your underwear. See, now what I think happened here
This
is
don't
that
even wash.
this woman, I'm not calling her like a whore or anything like that, but she works at a hotel. And if Kobe Bryant is staying at this hotel, it's probably a very high-end hotel because he's a millionaire. So I'm sure there are other very wealthy individuals that come into this hotel. And I think that this young girl, this is just my theory. I think that she worked at the hotel as her main job, but then on the side, she might have been what you call like a high-end call girl or something like that.
Bitch with a high
And so she would subtly let other wealthy individuals know about her business on the side when they came to the front desk to check in. I mean, because she's there working in the hotel, she can provide her service. She has a place to facilitate their needs.
Also true.
And this is why I'm thinking there would be multiple men's semen samples in her underwear.
Must have been
Now, maybe
day.
Kobe Bryant was the wealthiest that came through there, so
Or
maybe
maybe
she
he wasn't.
decided. Maybe he wasn't. but
Or
she
maybe,
decided,
or maybe she just is a
I
fucking
can
freak.
get, or he didn't
Why
want.
she
Or
gotta be
maybe
running the
Kobe
business?
knew that something shady. I don't know, but she just chose him to be the one to say he raped me.
She
One,
chose him because of what?
of
A
who it
black
was.
man,
right? Exactly.
a public figure,
And the way
and millions.
society
Yeah.
would look at Kobe if she made
The golden
if she
child.
leveled
Like,
these
yeah,
accusations
exactly.
against him.
Yeah,
So I think that's why that happened. And of course, I guess I was going to say it didn't work out like she wanted, but I guess at the same time it did, because she got paid.
this shit got dismissed,
at the
dog.
end.
He wasn't found guilty. It's done. And the court of law with me is done. And it's over 15 years ago. His wife forgave him. He went through the mud with the media and everybody during that time, and he had to get himself fucking back to a decent whole person. He went through all that shit in the public eye.
Right.
Like we seen this nigga break down in front of his wife, apologizing for the shit that he just put her through with fucking with that broad. So therefore, Gail, shut the fuck up. You don't ask the question ever. It's not nothing you speak on.
If they would have had a
Period.
strong enough
That's
case,
it.
would have went to trial and they would have found Kobe guilty.
It's
but they
15
didn't.
years ago, dog.
They didn't.
Sit the fuck down.
So
Well, she's getting death threats and things.
I
of that
don't
nature that I heard,
know that there would ever be a good time for her to try to broach that subject. Now was certainly not the best time. But, because we're here, we're talking, somebody should play devil's advocate. If there was a chance that she could kind of manipulate the narrative into that and be one of the people who was solely responsible for that, kind of not taking credit for putting that in the limelight, but making sure that people were aware of that, and they could always cite Gayle King. Oh, well, she was the one that brought us back to reality and talked about
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, there's untold riches behind that. She shot her
I
shot.
get it,
She
but-
bricked. It was a
but think
horrific
about
brick.
it, though.
And-
Shout out to Lisa Leslie again for saying, these are the kind of things she should have addressed with Kobe while he was alive.
Exactly.
100%.
Gayle King don't need that money, and I don't think she needs that notoriety to be the one who makes people think that Kobe, or convinces everyone that Kobe is a rapist or was a rapist. I don't know if she needs that. It's just
It was neither. Like, he got off, man. That's it. Don't put that stigma on him. He had a case. Was he found guilty?
that's
Fuck
what
no.
I'm saying. They
So
didn't
that's
think that
it.
their case was strong enough to
Like,
go
get
to
the
trial.
fuck out of here, man. And that's all. Like, y'all need to go sit the fuck down. That's it, Gail.
I mean, but reasonably, if you were on the jury and they said that, well, we found 8 other men's semen samples. Not saying that she couldn't have still been raped by the 9th man.
Right.
That obviously could have happened.
Man,
but
Kobe
society
ain't
would
had
have
to
been
take no white girl pussy from Colorado.
Everybody didn't wanna
Fuck
take the
that. He ain't had to do that. It's Kobe Bean Bryant. He fresh off of 3 rings. I don't need to take your pussy. You throwing it at me. He might have just fell for the bait that night. And that's all.
I think that she just was a prostitute working at the hotel, and she was turning tricks there. And she's like, "Hey, Kobe Bryant, this might
Use
be
the
my
sucker.
last
You
trick.
are the.
I'm going to say that, yeah.
It ain't no you my last trick. You my best trick. All right, you my I don't got no $1 million tricks. All right?
Right.
The fuck? I ain't got no multi-million-dollar tricks coming through. That's world renowned. You know what?
All the attention I could get off of this, a book deal.
Exactly, dog. Tossing that pussy to you.
Interviews.
Giving it to you how you need to, and guess what? Then I'm gonna go back and say you dicked me over. Fuck out of here.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
So, like, all I'm saying is, as a people, it's a time and place for everything. And was that a time appropriate place, fresh off of it? He ain't even been put into the, well, you know, you get what I'm saying, ceremony, homegoing or nothing. Like, he ain't had nothing. And you about to ask that shit, that just was inappropriate, man. Like, you Gayle King, you're official as an interviewer, as a person in the media, everything. You don't gotta do that shit. You don't have to ask that. That's not something you needed to ask. You wanted to poke the bear. That's something, like, you get questions, like we talking about anything we want right now. But at the end of the day, if certain things we don't want to discuss, we not going to discuss, fellas. All right? And when we got people we interviewing, it's the same thing. So if we want to go ahead and poke that shit, that's what we do. She knew what the fuck she was doing. Now she want to act like, no, it was taken out of Bitch, you asked it.
You got the video.
You asked it. You don't ask, bitch. That's it.
And you kept proud.
Like, come on, man. Like,
come on.
Fuck out of here, dog. Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit. And then
Miss
Oprah
Leslie kept her composure.
Yeah, shout out to her, of course. And you know, like, come on, you gotta think about, in that question, like, you see a female. I'm a man, we men here, but you a female. Like, Vanessa, think about his wife, think about his other daughters. Like, come on, fam. They just lost they pop and they sister. All right, a husband and her daughters.
Within days.
In days, dog. Like, and you're asking this shit. If I seen that question on the joint, I'm not even, that shit scratched off. Like, are you kidding me? Let him rest in peace. And on top of it, you're black, gal. Look out for your people. Shit. All right, man, I'm done with that.
Good?
Yeah, man. You know, I don't have a rant too often, but
hey, man, go ahead, man.
But you know, like, come on, man. The stupidity is stupidity. Like, you can't run that shit by us with that, man.
But you're random, man.
You know,
That's
so
what I'm here for.
Fuck out of here, man. Fresh off of that, man.
Yeah, and on to the next one, because this is what you sent to me. The whole Meek Mill Nicki Minaj beef. Now look, I haven't really
Before you preface that, we got to go into that correct. This is our pre-V-Day episode, all right?
Oh,
so, yeah, we're going at V-Day a little bit differently. You know, you guys are all about, you know, the loving.
For the lover in you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? and all that good. You want sweet pleasantries and this, that, and the third. You know what? We the Podcastbols. We get to the nitty of this shit. And we're going to tell you about the other side. So that leads us into beefing with your ex on social media. Continue on, good brother.
Listen, now, I haven't been following the whole back and forth between them two. I really don't even want to get all involved in it with, you know, too much. But what it makes me think of is that, at what point do you cut your ex off? Do you cut your ex off? Like, can you really have like a healthy relationship with your current partner and a platonic relationship with your ex? What are the rules for following them on social media? You know, you got to establish certain boundaries. What happens when lines get crossed? Because this is what's going on with Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj right now.
All right, so where do we start? So, what I would say is, for me, because it's all different around here. For me, your ex, all right, it all depends on how, like, it should never be no bad blood. Sometimes it will be, but it should never be no bad blood. I should be able to see you out in the street, be cordial, this, that, and the third, and it shouldn't be that. But unfortunately, we live in a world where it's not always like that. So if it's on that type of level, then social media-wise, I'm not following you. I don't want to see what the fuck you got going on. And if possible, you don't need to follow me. Like, you get what I'm saying? And if you were to, let's say, come at me and start spitting shit about me through social media, I'm going to be pissed. But what I'm going to do is, I realize that me not saying shit is going to be my best weapon.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't respond. I got to make you feel like a dickhead. Like, you just all on my dick. Like, you keep coming at me. Like, that's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
No,
why are you following me on social media?
You aren't wrong there. I think, based on what you're saying, the best idea is not to sell it, because if you sell it, you draw attention to it. But to speak to the bigger crux of the issue, since I'm like real live living that right now.
Likewise.
Separated from my wife, on the way to be divorced and have a current girlfriend. You always want to be respectful of both parties. If you ended the relationship amicably, in my case I have, me and my current wife, soon to be ex-wife, we're friends. You know, if she needs something from me that I can help with, I would do, and vice versa. But there's always going to be that element of with your current situation of there's going to be this jealous twinge that can't.
So what are the boundaries?
It's impossible
What are
for
the
that
boundaries
not
do
to
you set up,
exist.
Kyrie?
So you want to do your
What's not
best.
okay for you to do, not to do?
And so you can't go out. You can't socialize. You should never find yourself in an Applebee's with this motherfucker now that you aren't together anymore. Like, that's over. You have to be okay with that being done, but you worked to end it, so that really should just be, you know, collateral damage of the whole thing. You know, be cordial, be respectful, and like I said,
cordial. How far does that go in regards to like communication in this day and age? Are you texting each other like small talk here and there, or is it just you only interact with this person when, I hate to say it, when they need something?
It's on a need basis, but it could just be, I need to get my mail. I need to, you know, I'm moving. I need your help to do X, Y, Z. Like,
how far do favors go?
That's you know, case by case. These are all great questions.
They are.
Like,
well, y'all want to ask me because ain't no fucking favors going over there.
I tapped him, but it's out here for both of you.
I'm going to let him go first because my side is way different.
Yeah, I think same day favors. If there's a line like, this can't be something that carries, you know, an infinite amount of...
It can't interfere with your current relationship.
Under
like those
any circumstances. It can't, you can't postpone what you're doing with current situation to do something for past ever. Fuck no. Or else you might as well just be single and just, you know, work with that.
Yeah, but that's different. But I got to chime in though. That's a case by case basis. Because
there would need to be something supremely emergent.
No, hear what I'm saying. In your situation, you ain't have a kid.
Oh, so true.
So this
is just me. That's a whole different conversation.
That changes up everything.
That's a different chapter and verse to everything.
Bucky's on that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is purely somebody who does not have children with their ex. That's the only perspective that I can give you. And
but it's cool to have both.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool, but it's a 180. Like, I can't even speak to that. That's definitely all you. I can just, you know, nod my head and listen because I don't have a dog in that fight at all. I can't tell you how that operates. Just from my perspective alone, it can't. But to your point, if the kid is involved and something happens, you got to drop everything you do and take care of the kid. But I don't have that situation, so unless it's something like I just got shot or somebody broke into the crib or, you know, hit the mayor on the horn, I got to drop what I'm doing and go help. If it's, you know, can you help me with, and there's no timetable, there's no day, then you just get to it when you can. At least that's what
all right, you got that angle?
Sleeves.
Allow me to retort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit gets crazy once we start talking about it fell off between y'all. It didn't. There's bitter. Main word in this, bitter feelings in this. So he gave you the amicable. Yeah, the amicable way. When it doesn't end amicable, because me and him, this is my brother, man, for years. We kind of walk the same line somehow, some way. So same shit he going through, I'm going through, but just a little bit different. Mine ain't fully, you know, I wouldn't say I'm fully all the way in fully with something, but I got, you know, something that I really like and deal with, and it's cool.
Vague, cryptic shit there.
Yeah, yeah, but that's how I do, vague, cryptic. Anyway, I can't tell people my shit. That's how I operate. But anyway, fuck you. But
relax, sit back. Stay in frame.
Apologies, I got off. I'm just thinking as we talking right now.
I got hot.
Yeah.
What I got to tell you is,
I'm trying to frame my words properly here, because at the end of the day, if anybody you dealt with like that on any level, regardless if it ended better, bad, good, whatever, you love that person at some point. End of the day, you still love them. You're just not in love with anymore, and it's a done deal. So the mature way to go, the evolution way to go about it is understanding that and taking your bitter shit out, all right? And just trying to focus on, if y'all got to focus on anything between each other. In my case, the best gift we could ever have gotten from God is my son Chase, all right? Our son Chase, and it's beautiful, and that's gravy. But yeah, Now it's not, because since we ain't cool how we need to, it's all over the place. And I'm dealing with unnecessary shit that honestly any good, thorough father shouldn't have to be dealing with. And it's all based off of bitter bullshit right now. So it's a phase. I understand this isn't going to stay like this the whole time, but it's a phase going through right now. And on the flip of that, ladies, like, yeah, that should be unnecessary, especially when you got somebody, like, it's a difference when you got an asshole that ain't did shit for you, ain't playing his part, handling his business. End of the day, me and you ain't work cool, but don't I handle my business with my kid? Yes. Do I love my son? Yes. Do I show that, exhibit that? You know this. So don't make shit hard for me, you know? Don't do different things like, you know, I gotta go through hoops and hurdles to find addresses to certain things. See, we're not gonna get too personal, but we're gonna get personal enough right now, all right? Because I've been dealing with some bullshit for over the last 5 or 6 months that's just totally unnecessary. But it's because of fucked up feelings. So you want to get that out of it, and you just want to be able to deal with each other on a proper adult cordial level. It gets to that point,
yeah,
but it takes time.
And to piggyback on that, how do you get to that point? For me, I just needed to be 100% honest about what I've done, what I want to do next, and what I'm responsible for in this ending. Like, I mean, it's a 50-50 thing.
Of course. And
I, you know, I have a therapist. I've seen him. I talked to him. You know, I asked certain questions to try to get to the root cause of how we got to this point. And when we were going through the separation, and you never end good. You know, you always end on a bad note, and you have to rebuild from that. It was really about me being accountable for what I fucked up, and trying to be self-aware of the things that I could have changed years ago that eventually got us to this point. We didn't just end our marriage in that 6-month time frame to the point where I said I don't want to be married anymore, and we wound up going our own separate ways. This could have been nullified, I would say 13 years at least before we got to that point, once I was self-aware enough to realize where we got to that point in the road where we both divvied up and there was no coming back from. And it's unfortunate, and like I said, I take culpability in it and just as much as anybody, and I tried to be vocal to her with that, like, hey, I'm sorry, what I should have done, and this year I didn't do, and you know, subsequently this is how we got to that point. And I feel like in doing that, you know, obviously I'm a shitbag in her eyes for just leaving, but
you gotta respect.
There's a respect element, because I can't keep it any realer with you right now. I'm telling you exactly how I feel and how I got to this point. So either you can take that or leave that, as cold as that sounds, but you at least understand my perspective. Like, it's all open. You know how I feel.
Look, you kind of
left it all. You wore it all on your sleeves, man. You put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
But you even kind of beat me to some of my next questions, because, like you said last week, this episode was going to talk about that D.
That D.
Oh, ladies, you want that D? Y'all want that motherfucking D? We're gonna give you that D.
We're giving them the D. This week.
Exactly.
Right.
But I was going to ask, like, you know,
I cracked the window. This shit got me heated.
Exactly. This
like
shit.
what
This real podcast
the
right here.
best and the worst parts of divorce. I mean,
Ain't no
feel
best.
like you failed, or do you feel liberated?
Yes. So
Well, you already talked about the roles you played, and you know, were you unaware or just indifferent? But the best and the worst parts, do you feel like a failure? Do you feel liberated?
there are times that I feel
both.
like absolutely both. There are times where I felt like a failure, and still do, as a result of where we ended, because especially after I had the self-awareness to know, you know, what I should have done differently and when I should have did it. But at the same time, to be able to have the wherewithal, you know, with my life situation, to be able to just be able to be on my own, take care of my own things, it is liberating. And then, like, the homie street cred that you get after that, like, you motherfuckers talked about me like I was ice cold for like a month. Like, damn, you heard what Ty did? Man, I ain't see that one coming.
You think you know it,
right?
But you think you know, but then you don't.
Now, I knew Ty had bodies.
Exactly, but I ain't know.
I swear to God, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying it's just, you know, the perception of me to my own friends changed a lot.
And I knew
I changed my whole life
the armed robberies,
in like 2 months,
right?
motherfucker.
I knew
Like,
about the bodies and the armed robberies. I ain't know he was that cool.
And if we're gonna go that far, into the curtain, it was with my particular situation. Like, these guys didn't know until I was already in my new apartment. Like, I was already there and set up. Like, there was never a conversation with any of my friends.
I'm on a new level.
I think I might be.
I'm on a new level.
I think I might be doing this, or I don't know, we might get there. Like, none of that. By the time they talk to me, I'm paying rent. I'm on my own. So
this is sort of how it went. Yo, what's up, Todd? Yeah, what you doing? I'm chilling, dog. Yeah, you want to come through my new spot? Well, say what?
Right.
What you talking about? You and your Wiz moved and shit?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you want to come through my new spot. Okay. I go in, I don't see nothing coupled up. I'm this the new spot for y'all? Oh, this is just T.Y.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He went for the Harlem Nights
exactly,
on him.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was
dog,
nothing. Cut
dog,
it out.
That was just right on my head, dog. I swear to God, that's why we get down, dog. For years. I swear to God. Hey. Put it on the phone real quick. Hey, check this out. I ain't never coming home again. Take it easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take it easy. You know what I mean?
And it's all in jest. We making light of situations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
we still love both of y'all.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sure, of course.
You know what I'm saying? No, definitely, man. That's all I love over here about, but this is being the actual facts about. Like, listen, I admire, like, from afar, real shit. I admire my brother and how he's able to handle his situation and with his ex and how they always, you know what I'm saying, that foundation always been right all the way through, and even through all the crazy shit, still are able to be thorough and cool through that. That shit is thorough.
And not easy.
It's not. Because listen, we'll come back to this in some podcast episodes a couple years down
next
the line.
Valentine's Day.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll revisit to see if I'm in the same place right now. You know what I'm saying? But right now, woo! Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not, and don't get me wrong. When we speak via text or email, it's cordial. You know, it's proper and all like that. But it's just like somebody you've been fucking with on and off over the last 15 years, and like fucking with each other, and now like we can't even really say 2 words. We got a problem saying 2 words with each other. Don't even want to be in the same room. Now, I'm not that way, but that's the vibe that it's on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is corny, and that hurts. Because it's just like, come on, man. Like, you know, end of the day, we got this beautiful boy. Our shit might have not worked how it needed to, but what our friendship and the foundation we established, like, that's forever. Like, regardless of anything, I'm always going to care about her. And if she needs something, that's my son's mom. Like, I'm there. There's no fucking thing I wouldn't do. But, come on. It needs to be on the same type time. But, you know, as I said,
so there was a question
with this shit.
that Steve asked that you didn't quite answer that I would like to get your take. With, you know, whoever you're currently seeing right now, if you guys are in the mix of hanging out, doing whatever you're doing, socializing, you get a call, you get a message from... You get a message from your former significant other. We can edit that. You know, stop everything. Chase needs XYZ. What do?
Oh, hey, listen, I gotta go do such and such with Chase, and if it's person,
sounds like the right answer. I'm just asking
no. I'm going to go do that, but the person I fuck with, they understand my relationship with my kid, and they understand, like, if some shit like that go down, it's like, all right, I'm not telling you, yo, stay your ass here. I got to go do that. Ride with me and let me go get this shit done. That's the whole thing. As long as I'm incorporating you and making you not feel like I'm trying to keep you separate.
Right.
Yeah. Like that, exactly.
Goes very far.
It's not like a frequent occurrence.
Exactly.
Right.
Like every time it's not your weekend to watch your son, she's hitting you up to do stuff for your son. It's like, wait a minute now, hold on now. See, that's when you got to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, nah, because, people, folks, I'm actually dealing with young lady, that bust that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, but people I've dealt with, they ain't, no. They ain't really fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Run it down. Like you said, full transparency. Don't try to extra shit. Let them make the decision, like, if they even want to fuck around and be involved in something like that. I'll ask if it's a situation. Now, if I'm not with you and I need to go handle something, then I'm just going to handle it. You know what I'm saying? But if we, like you said, busting it up and then some shit come up, All right, yo, I gotta go do this. Oh, really? Yeah, really. I gotta go fucking do this shit. You ready? Let's go. That's my boy. There's nothing to even talk about. You know what I'm saying? But like he just said, that shit can't be a regular occurrence. All right? Nah.
All right.
Not at all. That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Count my blessings.
Nah,
As you
man.
should.
Yeah.
As you should. And hold up real quick on that, man. For love, man. Shout out to all the lovely couples out there. My man in the back, you know what I'm saying? His lovely wife. How many years now marriage, man?
1,000.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Miriam. You know what I'm saying? All day long.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Our loyal followers that, you know, quality couples that follow us, man. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Definitely. Love is in your face.
It's the harder of all the options.
Exactly.
You know,
I know.
whether anybody really wants to realize that,
Yeah.
it's the most difficult.
Sign up for the struggle.
It's
Yeah.
the most emotionally taxing.
Yes.
But there's the greatest reward.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's the most.
I got you,
fulfillment
babe.
out of that.
You
It's
know what I'm
just,
saying?
Yeah,
You
but
know.
hardship, stress, struggle,
Yeah.
it all.
Life.
You need that for growth.
Yeah.
100%.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not all that. It's
No,
bad good times,
no.
you know? It's a lot of
Nobody's
good
saying
times,
that.
you know?
No, but
There's
that's
more
the
good
thing.
times than the bad times.
And but that's it right there, though, bro. That's the key to it all.
Yeah.
That's what it better
Your
be.
balance got to be right.
Exactly. That good, what
That
it better outweigh that
kind of
bad.
tip
Yeah.
the other way, then it's like, what are you doing?
We taking each other energy. We don't need to be doing that. We here to, we can't get that time back, man. So you know what I'm saying? So let's make that time right for what we doing right now. So you know, enjoy your V-Day on that, man. Make sure it's with somebody right, man. You know what I'm saying? Or you little lovelies that's just trying to get a date or something, whatever. Fuck y'all. All right? Because that shit is corny. All right? Just trying to see a nigga real quick that I get a little date out of him or
your
something.
heart ain't in this?
You know what I'm saying? Ain't even about your heart. You ain't giving the nigga no yams later. You better. You know what I'm saying? Look him out. Look him out. You know,
We have
you
taken
heard.
a sharp turn.
You know, hey, listen, man. We went from the real, then we go back to our shit. You know,
To your shit. Don't hour. Don't
It's
hour.
our shit.
No, not at all.
you
like,
guys are my,
not in
you guys are my co-hosts. We're a team. It's all, it's all creative.
yeah.
You know, so you know, you fuck with that crazy ass boy. Well, y'all can't even get that nigga off the show. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. Listen,
It's okay.
we love y'all, man.
Yeah,
we doing this. We're everywhere. You understand? The balls.
Tell them to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Listen,
Oh.
I shouldn't have to do this again, but you
I mean, they
motherfucker-
ain't prescription anyway.
They're not. So fuck it.
Sucker.
They already know it.
Fraud.
Listen, man, you watching this and you hear my voice right now. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube,
Why
man.
not?
We need it. Listen, man.
You need it.
as well. But let's dig this.
Tell them to follow us on Instagram.
Listen, man. Instagram at Podcastbols. You'll see it at the bottom. Follow the movement, man. We trying. Listen, man. Can we get our followers up, man? We give y'all quality entertainment.
If you're like me and you listen to your podcast on Stitcher, hook us up there.
Goddamn.
Options.
Google Play Store, iTunes. Tell them to follow us on Twitter.
Twitter, dog. Listen, what that basically means is we are everywhere. Everywhere? Mm-hmm. Everywhere. And we need the support, man, because not for nothing, we trying to do this for a living, man. You know what I'm saying? We still got regular jobs we got to do with the man and shit. Like, you know, we try and, you know, do this properly, man. Get y'all the real
I don't know.
24/7, man.
I got a nice healthcare package. I don't know.
It's cool,
I'm
man.
losing
That,
for this to
that
anybody.
podcast.
I got dental.
Yeah, exactly, man. Listen, that podcast.
I ain't messing up my
package.
HSA for this.
I understand that, man. We don't want to do that. But you did what I'm saying. I'm ready. I can't do it.
Dental, I got paid days off.
Exactly. That all come with the podcast, man. You know what it is, man. It's the boss, man. Podcast, that is, man. Sleeves as always, man. Brother Ty right here, man.
Staff in the back.
AKA Brother Byron. You understand? Brother Byron.
Byron.
Mighty Dread on production, man.
Always.
The unit, man. This shit just grows, man. 98, what up? I'm done. Shit. I'm putting my fake glasses back on.
Yeah.
Shit. What up? Yeah, man. That's what we do. Yeah.
If you want, you can pull over and I can turn the camera off. We can keep recording until we get to McDonald's.
I mean, you might as well. I'm gonna drop you off your car sleeves.
Yes.
We can just keep it going till then, just a couple blocks.
Man. Get to my motherfucking well, man. That was, yeah, man.
Don't say nothing you don't want on the joint. You know,
I'm
so
gonna
we
say
still
whatever,
recording.
man. Outtakes, man.
I'm about to go get my cocaine.
Serious.
Sit on my couch.
Sniff.
I already got mine.
Damn, you ain't shared.
Y'all ain't even see what I did with my joint. You know what I mean? I had a little tip on my motherfucking joint real quick. You know what I mean? As it should be.
Wow.
Shit. Ordered the best ones. White ones, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's go home and watch Superfly. So y'all praised.
Time that XFL come on today, Tom.
2.
XF fucking out. Grandma, I'm free. Free without 30 million, nigga. Nigga on the sorry tour now, man.
Yeah.
AB on the sorry tour now. Stop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He going all over the media outlets and shit.
Yeah, man, I told you.
What was the funny shit I said last night, Tyree? When a nigga is starting to say all them sorries, that shows how many millions he loses.
Yeah.
Right.
The more,
every
you
meal.
know what I'm saying? Every fucking time and
Sorry
shit.
for every meal.
That nigga been looking at his phone like, yo, shit going out. Ain't nothing coming in right now, nigga.
Man.
Like, yeah, dog.
Living the lifestyle, my man.
Well, we already know he don't pay his bills.
So yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
needs his money.
Exactly. Who else I owe? Them niggas is coming at him too. He getting all types of delinquent mail. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is piling up now.
Right.
Antonio Brown, we need you to see you in court. Nigga, you gonna be settling out everywhere.
Yeah, you need that bread. And also, you don't want to squander your career behind some foolishness.
Because
that's really.
he
it's
still
like,
has enough
man,
talent to be a reclamation
Yeah.
project. Like it's not done. You're just an asshole.
He still got
right
enough
now.
talent to make some more M's.
How
You know,
did-
before he really has to hang it up.
Right. Everybody loves a coming from the
Nice
other
story.
side success
Has
story.
he ever had any serious injuries?
No.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's like.
The only thing comes to mind is like concussion.
Yeah, but that's why I'm
Perfect
saying.
blasted his
But
ass
that's
in
why.
the
New.
head.
That's new. That's new stuff.
That's why he got
Decades dudes played with
Oh, yeah.
concussion riddled careers.
Yeah, dog.
Take a salt tablet.
Yeah, that's all that was. Yeah. It's like funny. It's like, man, 90s, early 2000s. What? No, 90s. You can still leave your feet. You went to go make tackles and
Oh, they got a new
helmet to
job?
I'm
helmet.
about to say, anybody ever been here?
No, but I'm about to check them the fuck
You
out.
said, what'd you say, Steph?
So in the 90s, you could still.
No, but
leave
you ain't been there,
Oh
though?
yeah, no, I ain't been there.
Okay.
Yet.
Oh, they got artisan pizza. Let's see what that shit looking like, man. Know about that, man. Foodie ball. Had me a barbecue chicken stromboli last night, and that shit was hitting. Oh, you shaking your head on that? You ain't
It
like
was
this?
all right.
Yeah, exactly, man. Fuck out of
Where'd y'all
here.
get it from?
Big Ben's.
Jump right up the street from me.
Them niggas just bust out laughing because I said,
chicken stromboli. Like, of all the shit on the menu,
you know what I mean? That's all.
that's what I do.
Get steak stromboli.
Oh, man, that's what I do, man. Give me some of that barbecue chick. Chick Bob. You know what I mean? Might give me one of these since I had chicken yesterday. I'm gonna give me one of them big ass burgers from McMenamins today, man. That'll be my lunch slash. Yeah, man.
Hey, whenever you guys, I'm about to set up a cash app. So, you guys got some money, give me some money.
So what is it normally? A dub a month or what is it? Or how much is it supposed to be? Give me the factuals.
The SoundCloud is just $15 a month.
I'm on Venmo. So you get you a Venmo, I might be able to help you. Cash
just
App,
need,
I ain't doing no new
$5
shit.
a
man.
month.
Get out.
You know, and that's cool. I did buy a new hard drive recently, and I bought some software so that we could get the glitch effect on Final Cut Pro. And then I had to pay for the skyline. It wasn't much though. I found
What's the skyline, bro?
The skyline shot is going to be at the end of the intro.
Oh, okay. You said you had to pay for that shot?
Yeah.
From where?
Pond 5. Some other dude took it with a drone camera, so it's his, you know.
Oh,
Buy
God.
the license to use it.
Ah.
It's not free. Ain't none of that shit free.
How much they charge for that, though?
His was cheap. His was $20.
Okay.
A couple other people were trying to charge way more than that. I was like, no, that's not happening. And he's got the most recent one. It's high def. I was like, nah, I'll take his.
The drone go that fucking high?
Syndrome, just survey my homes.
Yeah.
Dog, that's how you shit up in the air, dog. Yeah, money. How's the intro joint coming together?
We worked on that one, and that shit is too long.
What do you mean it's too long?
It's going to be like a minute.
What up,
That's
sir?
good, dog.
No, dog, it's not a TV show. It's a
Chillin', man.
podcast.
What's going on?
No, but get what I'm saying. That ain't got to be. It can still be broken down.
No. We have been breaking it down. And when we were going to decide, I was like, yeah, we're probably going to save it, do something else with it. I don't know if like promo clips or what.
No, that's what I was thinking more so. Like, let's use that shit for like the pot. Like anytime we got like say like this week we got something coming.
Yeah,
that John,
right.
That should be something in the middle of the week. We coming, new John. You know what I'm saying? That minute John, that can work exactly for that.
He was saying, like, we'll do that for like promos and stuff like that. But just to intro the show, we're going to trim it down.
Yeah, no, the trim down is cool.
It'll just be a couple seconds to intro the show. It'll be like us in the car, maybe at the kitchen table, skyline, right into the video. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like bam,
okay.
right into the video. But yeah, we're still gonna keep.
Yeah, I guess he thought you was gonna say yeah,
and that should have worked. Like that's just everything we're trying to do now is just enhancing the brand, man. So and like trying to just be more, as you can see, not trying to go no weeks, not trying to go like too many days off without them knowing.
Something.
Yeah.
Oh, but Miriam was telling me that she's about to do.
Hey,
her,
you damn sure do. I don't. I still ain't got that shit for
you.
you.
I'll tell you guys too. I want us to do it too. Maybe next week or a week or so. At least by the spring, we want to do it. I'm gonna let Miriam do it first. So
I got to talk with you about something too before we roll. So.
She knows this woman who has like 1 million.
Right. That's first, last, and security like a motherfucker.
Okay.
And you can pay her to repost
anywhere
your stuff.
Good money.
So it's like just advertising like that. And I think Miriam told me it costs like $50 or something.
Yeah, no, good money. That's what we need anyway. Yeah.
How about it?
So what I was gonna say to you, I wanted to run by you. I'm sure Tommy might have mentioned it to you, but I wanted to just go over with you the idea I had for like the spring.
Yeah, no, dog.
The spring podcast edition. Wanted to do like a 2.
I don't know why you think niggas just
3-part series.
On some telethon shit, but
it's gonna be the Duke the Barber series. We drive originally, but it's not gonna be like the whole episode. We driving.
The
first one should be like the Chestnut Hill joint. That's just him in there. We interviewing him. We have to go back. His business is in the third. Tyree added like he could be cutting my hair or whatever to make do it whatever like that. And then the second joint, which may be the last one,
it ain't you at all.
Like the Rittenhouse joint
for real. Like,
that he got.
If you got 42,
and maybe have his people in there, like the barbers and shit like that, and it'd be like a quasi shop type feel joint with it. You know what I'm saying? We call that like the podcast.
Yeah, I was with him yesterday. He told me all that.
Series joint, bro. You know
but he told me he needed
5,700. Sometime by that time in the spring, maybe June or whatever, I want to have T-shirts, hats.
No, so I'm already. No. I got some money coming.
And at this point, because I know we don't have a logo yet, but it can just say @Podcastbols on stuff.
Yeah, no. Let's get That's why we got the time now. Let's figure like how you been doing. Let's figure out some type of logo, even if it's the. You go through 1,000 logos till you get to the one, but at least there could be something like. Because that's going to be thorough too. Because anywhere we go, every time we shoot, we got like it's a spot, a joint I follow called Apparel Plug.
He can get back in.
Like, and they is legit. Like we could get Podcastbols denim jackets.
Did this about 10 times.
Like, you know what I'm saying? With the joints on the back. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. That's the type joints. And like I was thinking like, we're going to need T-shirts, like hoodies, hats. And then like we could do like the denim joints, like those be the exclusive for us, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But yeah, dog.
We also just need like bullshit swag promo stickers and stuff.
No, that's what he was telling me. You were saying too, like that's thorough because when we go out to shoot places and just like me being in the street.
We going to sit somewhere? What the fuck? Yes, I'm sorry, Tyler.
All right, dog. You was on the phone, dog. We just, you know what I'm saying? Just having a moment about business, dog.
Man, get the fuck out. I got shit I got to fucking do. You lucky I'm blessing you with my presence at this beer spot.
Listen, man, fuck all that.
He won't say that.
Listen, man.
I would say all that.
Yeah, fuck. Hey, guess what? I wouldn't listen to a motherfucker. No, fuck his joint up like Martin did in Bad Boys 3, man. Fuck his joint right on up, man.
Buck right out.
You know what I'm saying? Buck that shit on out, nigga. So, you just going over there? What are you trying to do?
Stop getting in here.
No, okay. So what you want to blow up there, man?
You can blow your L sleeves if I don't hit it. Not the end of the world. You seem pressed for it. I understand that.
Nigga, you smoked today already, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I haven't, no. I'll say, yeah, no, it's cool. I'll still have something for you. I'm not that brother.
Okay.
All right.
Who taking me back home?
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my charge, anyway. Damn, what on, man?